So, hello and welcome back from the quick coffee break. The next talk will be from Laurent Pinsivy
Yes.
and Maximilien Bersoult, I guess. All right. Yeah, we'll talk about Centreon and hope you enjoyed. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining us for this presentation. First of all, I would like to apologize because, as most of Froggy Guy, we will speak English with the best accent of the world. So I hope you will understand everything. Second information, it's not a technical presentation, but it's a point of view of Centreon about how should be a monitoring platform. And last information, how many fans of Centreon are present? Okay. Woo! 2, 3, 4. Oh, lovely. So let's start this presentation. I'm Laurent Pinsivy, product owner of Centreon open source solution, and I'm joined today by
Maximilien Bersoult. I am a community manager at Centreon and a R&D engineer.
So together we work for the Centreon company since many years. Centreon is of course, the editor of Centreon solution. We are a small company, but we are trusted by small and medium business and Fortune 500. We are an industry reference in open source because Centreon began this story 11 years ago. We have in the world more than 200,000 users and 400 customers. And our solution, open source solution, are downloaded 3,000 times per month. So, a quick history. I suppose everybody knows NetCent. NetCent was born in 1999. 3 years after, NetCent changed their name for Nagios due to trademark issue. And 1 hour after the apparition of Nagios, our first solution appeared and was named Orion. So Orion was the first web interface to manage Nagios and to display collected data. It was also the first solution to have graph with Nagios and to manage SNMP traps. This solution was developed by 2 students, Romain Lemerlu and Julien Matisse, and they chose to create their society, previously named Meritis. So Meritis was a company to offer professional services and integration services for Orion. In 2011, Meritis decided to fork Nagios and also NDO due to some problem with Nagios team. For some example, we sent patch for Nagios to correct some bug. Not all patch was included into Nagios. We needed some new features to have distributed platform. And Nagios does not use this way. So we decided to fork and create how broker, Centreon broker, and how engine, Centreon engine. In 2012, we decided to package our solution and create a distribution using CentOS and package every dependencies and Centreon software. And last year, we decided to rename our society to Centreon for more facility with our customer and our user. So I don't explain this, but we changed the name of the software Orion to Centreon due to trademark issue 2. So what are the main challenges to implement monitoring? That is the question. The first part is, for us, the scalability. You have in your company DMZ, restricted zone, and you don't want to bypass firewall rules or security rules to monitor all of your equipment. you work in a big company and you don't want to monitor Tokyo servers from Island DC. It's an evidence. Your company grow every year. So you have a lot of service to monitor, a lot of new equipment to monitor, a lot of microservice to monitor, and you need to monitor and to collect data of those equipment. And last point, you need real time, so you don't want to have latency on your monitoring platform. How can do this? Our solution try to be the more scalable as possible. You can manage many pollers from a unique interface. So you can put poller in DMZ, restricted zone, just next to your equipment to collect information. You need to have a deported DBMS to reduce I/O, and you need a unique interface to manage everywhere, every poller's database, and a unique interface to centralize collected data and to display them. The second part is the data. Data are really important. I suppose you participate to time series presentation and other presentation, and other presentation says you need to collect data, to make some graph and to generate alerts. So data are really important in the monitoring platform. If you don't have data, you can generate event. And if you can't generate event, you can't generate alert. If you don't have alert, you can't react. And if you can't react, you will lose money. So data are really important. So 2 points. You can't lose data, and you need to secure your data. How we can perform this? You need, when you collect data, to store data locally if you have a link issue between your poller and your main platform. So you need to store all data in memory and also in a failover file locally. If your process crash, you need to keep data and to resend data. You need also to have the possibility to transfer data at many destinations. If you have a failover infrastructure, you can send data to the master and also to the slave if you have issue. You need to secure your data. You must have the possibility to first encrypt the flow between the sender and the receiver, and you can authenticate the sender to be sure that this sender is allowed to send data to the main platform. So you can use certificate and TLS encryption. I forgot. No?
No, it's good.
Okay, perfect. So how broker, it's multi-input, multi-output, and allow to forward data everywhere, to compress data, to encrypt data, to authenticate senders. And if the broker can connect to the master, it uses automatically a failover to connect to the slave, and if it can contact the slave, automatically store data into a failover file locally. And when the connection appears again, the broker will send every data to the main platform. So with this system, you don't lose data, and you secure your data. If you have to transfer data on the MPLS, on a WAN, on a LAN, I don't know, but you have to secure your data, and you have to be sure that all collected data will arrive to the main platform to generate event alert, and for your helpdesk to react on alert. Another point is the accessibility to your monitoring platform. You need to have a simple and clear user interface. For us, the access to the interface is for everyone in your company. For the collaborator who are using an application, for, of course, the monitoring team, the helpdesk team, sysadmin, network admin. For the application manager must know if his application is available or not. for your CTO and for your CEO. Your CEO must know if business is okay or not. So everyone in your company must have an access to your monitoring platform. So your monitoring platform must be, your monitoring interface must be simple and clear, with filters, must allow to offer real-time monitoring without latency, and must allow to display performance data to follow numeric data collected. Moreover, you need to use user profile. User profile is really important. Your collaborator using an application must not see every collected data on the user interface. Sorry. So you need to create a lot of profile for collaborators, profile for monitoring, profile for DBA, profile for CEO, profile for CTO, profile for application manager. You need to create a lot of profile, link profile with user group in your LDAP. So when user connect to your user interface, user will see that you have to see. User profile allows to manage resource and to perform some action, to acknowledge, to put downtime, recurring downtime, to reschedule a check. So you can manage this action using profile. And with profile, you can also manage access to different menus of your user interface. The last point for the accessibility is the possibility to have a local web interface on the polar. If you have a big company, your main platform is an island or Paris, for example, you have server in Tokyo. If a user in Tokyo don't have to connect to Paris to see Tokyo resources. So you can connect just to the polar in Tokyo to have a display of all collected data locally. And if we have a problem between Tokyo and Paris, the link is broken, the user can continue to see collected data and can manage this data locally to perform an acknowledge or to put it on time. So you need to have a web interface on each polar locally and a main interface to manage all the infrastructure and to display all collected data. That's our point of view. Huh? Don't worry. After accessibility, another point is the correlation and the aggregation of data. I'm sure that everyone have installed the first time Nagios, receive a lot of mail in mailbox, maybe 100, 200, 400, and create rules from Nagios to trash, I suppose. I do this in the past. So you need to correlate all events to find the root cause. It's really important. So you need to send all information on a unique point to correlate all information and to create rules to find the root cause. This allows to reduce the MTTR, mean time to repair. I suppose I forgot something. Just let me check. Okay. No. Perfect. Lovely. Excuse me, I'm a little bit nervous. It's the first time I made a presentation in English. My colleague also. So, you need in your solution tools to aggregate data and to collate them. Why you need this? Because I suppose you start to collect technical indicators, a lot of technical indicators, but technical indicators itself does not allow you to have a vision, a business vision of your activity. But your CEO and your CTO need to have a business vision. Your CEO needs to be sure that if you have an e-commerce website, you can sell some items. So you need to, first part of your business, decline your business in application, decline your application into a KPI, and with KPI, select correct technical indicators that you have to monitor. So in this example, it's not a correct example, but we can see that we have on the right side technical indicators. We have one indicator in a critical state. These indicators have an impact on meta indicators here. These meta indicators have another impact here, and this super indicator said, I have an issue with my mail services, so I have to react quickly. So to do correlation, you need first to start with business view. What is your business in your company? Find applications that allow to perform the business. When you have application, find KPI. And when you have KPI, find technical indicators that you have to use to calculate the KPI state. My colleague tried to explain you what's the difference between a technical part and business part.
Yeah. If today we see monitoring it for technical, but also business, but allow for business. Business is important. In your company, we work for make money, and you need to monitor your business, not only your technical server and metrics. The first example is the cluster. See on the point of view of technical view. If I have 3 nodes, 1, 2, 3, and my 3 node is up, my cluster is up. I can get data from my cluster. If 1 node failed, I have 2 nodes more. My cluster is good. Can get data, no problems. 2 nodes failed. I can get data, but it's a warning because the next time a node fail, I have an error, a critical error. It's technical, and don't take the performance, the issue performance in this example. It's a good view for technical operation, but when I use an application view, this point of view is my final customer, who, for example, will see a website, e-commerce website. I have the same cluster, 3 nodes. If my first node fail, I have a new issue. I have 2 more nodes. I consider the 2 nodes is a good performance for my application. No issue. But if my second node fail, my customer can get data, no problems. But the performance issue will be bad user experience for my customer. And I want not my customer a bad experience. I must react quickly for correct this problem. When you build your monitoring, think by your business and your service you provide to a customer, is internal customer or external customer. For visualize this point of view, we have different systems to dashboarding. Here we have a dashboard. We are present for network administrator. It's a list of my firewall on all service on my firewall and check on my firewall. It's the view for technical administrator. This view not can be interest a CEO or a product owner because it's technical information. It's on the next slide. We have a complex dashboard with multiple widgets. And in each widget, we have availability rate of the mail services. This number can be seen by everyone. Everyone can understand this number. You can present a CEO, a client, or a technical person this number. You will understand what it means. If you are working in a company and you display a dashboard to a TV, if you are the sorry, lose my word. If you have a correct view of your infrastructure, see globally by application, someone see if this application is done, he will not call the help desk. He know the application is done. He know some technical person work on these problems. The monitoring is for everyone. The next chart is the number of mails and queue. It's the technical view. Well, this one is interesting. It's capacity planning for mail queue. It's the good view for CTO. For now, it must be add server in 3 days, 3 months, 1 year. This dashboard is fake data. This code is not very realistic, but with a space disk or network traffic, you can have capacity planning for help to decide if you must grow your infrastructure or reduce your infrastructure. And so the last widget here is a map. We talk about map after, and more after. It's the map of the mail infrastructure. We have the authentication based on LDAP, the front end mail servers, and the load balancer. Using maps helps to see and quickly where is the problems. Here we have 1 LDAP done and 2 front end done. ECC is quickly, and everyone can understand. Oh, I like this chart, this map. I will divide in 2 parts this map because the top part is for everyone. Everyone can understand the wizard here. If I take the CRM application, we know it's done. It's not working properly. Mail and storage is working properly. Everyone can use. This part can be seen on TV, on a dashboard, and dashboard present for everyone in the company. CRM for commercial team, and the other can be used. In the bottom, we have more technical. It's not metric indicator. It's status, easy to see, but it's more technical. Somebody use the CRM, don't know, have to know the database status. Okay, it's a good dashboard. This one, this map permits to see the workflow of a e-commerce website, my e-commerce website. I think everyone in this room can say if I make money or not with this map. Now, here I have an issue in the bank communication. I'm not sure I can make money with problem when I have issue in the bank communication. Here I have latency for my shopping cart. The user experience of client is degraded. They will not appreciate to wait to add an internet to the card and to have a problem when we make payment. It's a workflow of your e-commerce website. It's good to see for your business if your business is operational or not.
Okay, as my colleague said, monitoring web interface is really for everyone, for your CTO, for your collaborator. If you want that your help desk does not receive a lot of call, if you allow to your user to connect to your web interface, user can see, okay, I can see the problem, and I can see that some people react on this problem. So everyone must have access to tools using predefined menu, using possibility to make own dashboard, using cartography tools. And after that, you need also reporting. Reporting is not for everyone. It's maybe for your CEO, CTO, for your application manager, for some manager who want to improve performance of the team. So for us, reporting must be divided into 4 parts. The first part is about availability and events. If you want to know, for example, if your help desk take in account quickly event, you can make a report. And on this example, you can see that my team does not take critical and warning event under 5 minutes or under 10 minutes. So they are not so quickly react. But they can correct 50% of critical issue in less than 15 minutes and 63% of warning issue in less than 20 minutes. So they make a lot of time to acknowledge services, but they correct it quickly. You need, for example, availability of host groups, service groups, of server, of services. For example, if I need to know the rate of my LDAP servers on the last weeks, and to compare it with a previous generation of report to know if the availability increase, decrease, or it's stable. Another part is the performance of your business application, because business applications, it's really important. Business application allow your society to make business. So, if you want to have a pay, you need to be sure that your applications are performant. In this second part, I can see an application is available 98% on the last generation, and it's better about 0.30% more than previous generation. So my application is correct, maybe this week or this month. So I can see that the availability of my application, it's 11 hours, and it's 1.5 hours better than the previous period. I have issue this maybe this week or this month, but it's better than the previous generation. You need also report about optimization of resources. If you want to know if your infrastructure are in capacity to create a new offer, new services, you need to know the availability rate of your server, and you need to know if the resource of your server, CPU, RAM, memory, disk, or maybe your ES6 server are in capacity to produce more. So you need report for optimization of resources. For example, you need to know how many electricity consumption you have per month. And for us, the last part and a big part, it's capacity planning. We can see capacity planning here, prediction, but you know to predict when you will have an issue. For example, with your SAN, when your SAN will be full at 99%, you need to know if it's 2 weeks, 6 months. You need to know if you have to buy some disk quickly or not. So for us, you need to have reporting. It's really interesting. Your boss need, I suppose, maybe not you, but your boss need, your CEO and CTO needs. So you need to add to your monitoring platform the possibility to make reporting.
In many conferences today, we talk about API and interoperability. Now in company we have many CMDB things. In this CMDB, there are already information. We are inventory. We are there are the project, the people linked to the project, work the project, use the project, and this information is used by monitoring. For example, if you have your project in your CMDB, you can use the monitoring tool to use the CMDB for link people will receive alert when the application is done.
Or to create user profile.
Create user profile. Config management. For us, your monitoring tool must be the mirror of your infrastructure. All items of your IT system must be in monitoring. The best way is add automatically the resource to the monitoring when it's deployed. If you use a Puppet or Chef, when a HTTP server is deployed on a server, you must create the monitoring endpoint for the HTTP port on the HTTP server status in your monitoring. If you can link your configuration management with your IT monitoring platform, it's automatically and up to date.
So it means that your monitoring platform is not your CMDB. You have a CMDB you have a CMDB, and your monitoring platform get information from CMDB to collect information.
Another point is your ITSM. Maybe you use ITSM to follow the incident into your company. When when an alert is up in your IT monitoring platform, it's a good way to create a ticket in your ITSM. And when the alert is acknowledged, the ITSM must be up to date with the information into acknowledgement. It's another. Maybe in your company you use multiple monitoring tools because there are multiple units, or because the main monitoring tool do not it's not good for all your check, because you want to adapt your monitoring to your business, and one monitoring tool is maybe not enough. But the monitoring tool may be communicated between, because we can create a business view. If your data is one monitoring tool on another, the data must be into your monitoring tool to build the main monitoring tool to build business view. And you can use another monitoring tool, not IT monitoring tool, like IPM or QoE, for monitor the user experience of your clients, and the data from this monitoring tool must be go to your monitoring for create map and business view for have the better view of your business activity. And now, with cloud and microservices, your
Scheduler.
Your scheduler, orchestrator. Your orchestrator of containers must be curated and must be send data to your monitoring tools for statue of numbers of containers, and statue of application in your cloud. Wow. For that, API first. You must have API. you must communicate by API. Another tools must be communicated to your monitoring tool by API, and your monitoring tool can be communicated to another tool by API. For example, the configuration management can send the action to create an host and a service to the monitoring tool by API. We can ask
Create tickets to IT tools using API.
etc. And if your monitoring tool is modular, you can adapt the best way your monitoring for your business. Maybe you have some specificity in your business. We need to have some custom development for your monitoring tool. Yesterday we have seen conference about monitoring the real world. Some tools is not IT. Some action is can be used by some tools. It's not the IT tools we know every day. It's important to use all data we can have for monitoring our business.
Okay, thank you. To conclude, monitoring is really for everyone. Everyone must have an access to the user interface. It's really important. The second point is data are important. You can't lose data. It's impossible. If you want to react, if you want to don't lose money with your business, you need to be sure that you can collect data and you can send data to the main platform, and your user can have an access to this data. So please be sure that you don't lose data and you don't have latency on your platform, to be sure that you have real time and not delayed time. Another point is you need to have monitoring tools that you can customize, because most of tools implement a predefined menu with predefined filter, but it's not for everyone. And as I said, monitoring is for everyone. You need to have the possibility to customize your interface, to add, to create dashboard, to add widget, to add modules, to display that the user wants to see. It's really, really important. And last point, your monitoring platform must be connected to your IT. You need to keep information from CMDB. You need to keep information from automation. You need to communicate with escalation or ticketing tools. You need to keep data from cloud. You need to keep data from another monitoring tools. So your monitoring platform is not alone next to your IT. Your monitoring platform is in the center of your IT and communicate with your IT. It's really, really, really important. If you need some more information, we have a demo platform, we have a website, we have a blog, we have GitHub with all open source projects. We have documentation in English and in French. Sorry, we don't have German documentation, but if you want to translate and help us to have German documentation, you are welcome. And we have a forum, and we speak French and English on forum. So thank you for your attention. Sorry for our very, very bad English. I'm so sorry. I hope you understand this presentation. And if you have some question, we will be happy to answer them.
Yes, thank you for the time now. Any questions? All right. I got a really quick short question about the interface, and you showed us the map where you can have your whole storage and so on. Is there something like a GUI to manage those maps and build them and create them?
There's two parts. We solutions are compatible with our commercial software to make maps. or another software like Nagios.
Like this.
So you can use Nagios or our software to build map and to display map into Central web interface.
All right, all right.
Yes, we have a package that we can show directly Nagios map into Centreon web or see maps built with how module. It's a commercial module, of course, but we can see maps into Centreon. So you have a unique interface to see all information.
All
It's
right.
centralized.
Thank you, thank you. No questions? Then give them a warm applause for two guys.
Thank you.